Damn, what the fuck? Oh, we need to pick her. Oh my god. You only 82, bitch. Eee, that nigga said, "Ooh, ah." Bro, always do that bleeding shit. It's like every time I leave, it's like, I can't leave. That's just how we did it. That's nice. It's not the right process.
Yeah. Have you ever had a credit card and never done it late? Because I didn't get late this time at the shop, but I was especially like usually I wouldn't have sex, but after having my credit card, maybe having sex with someone else. I stopped it. Thank you so much. Yeah, I still have these credit cards. Every time I start making a card, I expect it. So I like to go cash.
Well, we don't get into it. So may I pass along?
How can I look at yeah. What's going on there? How are you? You're such a complex, interesting person. It is 187. That's how many minutes are connected by listening to markets. Spotify. Over 356 years of celebration. That's job. Watching backwards. It's actually watching backwards. The part of the story is showing their disability. Other podcast structure kind of lame. It's like going to therapy, and therapists are people who have been insured since 2011. Like that.
Yeah.
Congratulations to that. You're not the 30 and the 30, but we're wasting people's time. Where are you?
Yeah, pretty good numbers.
Should we do a crime podcast where we describe hideous murders as like skincare routines?
I do not use that at the end.
Let's bring it better. I don't think anyone any man live in an apartment building or stay in their car with two cars after listening to my podcast. It's basically all the same thing. There's a stranger in town who's introduced early in the podcast who commits a terrible murder against them. They're all the same.
You want my take on true crime?
You listen to
I don't listen to them either. No. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I don't listen to anything other than yeah.
What actually, Claire, what I'm the same way. The first podcast I ever listened to was one of Swisher. Still don't listen to this one, but
Yeah.
What podcast do you listen to?
Actually, I'm listening to one of the podcasts called Articles of Interest. It's and it's been an exploration of shameful articles of interest.
How do you listen to? I listen to maybe. That's fascinating. That's a lot of personal interest stories. Interesting friends.
The phones are
It's from the Daily.
oh, okay.
He's listening around for history, and I'm watching and listening, so I don't need to listen to it. Pressing anybody. So, mostly, I listen to our stuff. Occasionally I listen to it for people to care about. Swisher. The Daily. Very important. Studying. I like that guy asks a couple questions, get his producer teeth up, and then every 2 seconds goes. I'm like, a lot of skill there.
They run another RP. I'm not lose my mind. I was like,
Very good voice too.
Actually, I have no idea what he looks like. What are your reflections on 2025 for this show? We are entering a new year, but those minutes sounded like a lot of listening time. Reflections on the show?
Well, so zooming out, I thought the podcasting, so we're still in 2017, started in 2020, and I realized I have this hamster wheel on it. I like it, but I don't make real creativity, but for me, it's meaningful. We started watching media. We want to make it therapy for us. The living book was never different approach. It was never about okay, I was rich, I build something and then sell it to a company. That's been my strategy the last 30 years. This is different. Emotional and intellectual work. And about 2 years ago, we started doing really well. And we started launching new voices, new programs, now like replans are going. And so, launching markets, portfolio of 5 podcasts. And the most exciting is over the year, it's like basically heat. Not basically like so.
yeah.
We don't see this email about our protein menu.
Yeah, I saw the commercial for it.
So, I think CNBC sucks. I don't know if you've ever picked up on that from me, but I think there's a huge opportunity to compare business, media, property, especially going after young people. And again, for the CNBC deal, it's like dead. And we get the average age of our listeners is 34. So, and that's all it is. So, I like the idea of surrounding outside of consumers with shows on economics, China, markets. We do our political podcast, but there's just no getting around it. You and Claire have option markets in your show that you guys are. What you want a bunch of conditions, which is what is it? That's business podcast. What do we make?
We want the signal. That's the fun part. That's all the regular.
So it's been great. It's just Claire's first job, and it was your first job. Claire, was it your first job?
Yeah, it was after internships.
Okay, so think about it. You were running the show. The person running it, the mind, the person with the mind. This was their first job. So I think that's really exciting. That's really nice. And you guys work well together. This is probably the biggest successful great idea to recently. This is pivot, and it doesn't do it again. That's why it's just learning, whatever you make makes sense. Until you face the enemy thing, you don't know. And that's the vision for this. Granted, we had option markets for a while. Twice a week, 5 times a week. Also, I love you guys to get on the program. What do you guys feel about it? Claire, you go first. You're the brightest one. Let's chill back and talk about this now.
It's been a really rewarding year. I mean, it kind of went out without a hitch, and you get so you know, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a year of hard work, but it has been a hard year. It's been a really fun year. So I've loved it.
Right.
And I think we're going into year 4. So we currently started so
I'm just surprised there's so much to talk about. I remember when we said I want to do a daily show.
makes sense. That's good.
Niggas just really fucking. Niggas.
Distribution, but I think players are really important because
And it's fucking around.
so I just want to compare to I want to acknowledge
I need nothing else, Scott. That's all.
It's your words. It's from my okay. Let's get into the so-called self-test. Roughly do like this pretense. So we'll be back next week for today's episode. We kick it off. We are going to go into the predictions for 2026. And we have your thoughts on what is in store for AI, media, and emerging tech. Audience questions, comments, and got on the live stream. That sound good? That sounds great. Okay. We're going to zoom through this. So your first prediction here is stop. AI stops direct. Yeah, so I think the groundwork for this is so sick of dealing with this full policies of the Trump administration where he has changed the tariff policy with China 17. They've seen this for a while. They've been diversifying away from the U.S. 17% of their exports from the U.S. is down to 10. And they've reduced, just in the last 8 months, their exports to the U.S. by 70 billion. And if I were advising before I go to the jugular and I start dumping AI into the U.S. market with that way, less expensive AI points. And I believe they're already starting to do that.
God damn. That's fucking that shit up.
They seem to be able to train their models for less money. I think they're just going to
Jeez.
course of correction, evaluation, so I think that's it's really interesting. They appear to be doing this, making these advances with substantially less capex. Some people would say that the capex is hit with similar.
So we're on the outside.
The one thing is clear, they're reaching for the technical parity, so you get 90% of the AI profit. That's a really good game for you see Airbnb Manchester product markets when you said that they were relying on those. It's cute there. You said Terry said it's also nice. I think anyways, I think these stocks are these valuations are under huge pressure because more and more companies announce that they're using much less expensive Chinese models. Yeah, I find that a lot of the data center is essentially such that same pretend this business is going to be much bigger than it is. For data centers plans is up to 40%.
Oh yeah, man, who the fuck's building that shit?
Construction. And also there's huge amounts of constraint, specifically like one of the biggest data centers in British town is still empty because they're waiting for power.
Still in that time.
And if you believe the statements or revenue projections on the data centers, projections, 250 so I just think it's a our vision is simple. We want to create documents, just not a lot of AI infrastructure every week. I just don't see how that's feasible. It's just trying to decide if this is so wrong. It's like, hey, we're going to be all this. I just don't think it's going to happen. All the data, I think the data storage projections are way off. That level is going to pop. And whether or not the infrastructure or power infrastructure keeps up, increases or not, CapEx can absolutely increase it. But meanwhile, China is continuing to power ahead. They 250 to do that. So percent. That's what the rest of the world is. It doesn't even appear to be infrastructure that can so it strikes me that either we can reach constraints logistically, or we're going to find that in fact AI does slow down and there are cheaper, less energy consumptive ways of developing this, or that we're power out of China open rate models. So I think we're going to see big knowledge burst on the AI side. Data storage is there in addition. Unfortunately, what we're going to see is another wealth transfer from that's also which is concerned with this transfer to increase purchase of consumers. But also, I think there's going to be a bailout. The bailout is going to be AI specifically for position of some sort of strategic weapon. Ridiculous expectations around revenue growth and the
illegal blocking the back.
Okay. The infrastructure on chips will be to take the massive dollars back out of government, which is essentially what they want.
Yeah, well, AI failed on Trump administration, so we're going to make sense that the next Trump administration fails on AI.
The great thing about competition, it is the most valuable company in the world because they're able to command incredible operating margins. I got a business that's how to do and Apple partnership with Microsoft and started producing their own chips. And OpenAI is saying they'll increase the revenues by $8 billion. And NVIDIA, and if you look at it's just we're all still dominating. We are seeing share dispersion. It's 50 Gemini is up 50%, DeepSeek is at 0, is up 4%. And also, as we've said, search yes, better heading at profit it's successful IPO would share. So even Amazon
Holy shit, are you dead?
Chips compete with NVIDIA. This is a good thing. Right now NVIDIA's share GPU market is 94%. Right now their market cap right now is greater than the entire stock market. And then if you just look at the market cap of this company relative to NVIDIA's market cap is greater than the market cap of NASCAR, Bank of America, Frontier, ExxonMobil, Walmart, Netflix, Oracle, Home Depot, Salesforce. That's sustainable. It's at a similar type of drop with Microsoft versus NVIDIA and AI. And 1999 was $200 billion market cap. By 2000 it was $65 billion. I think we're going to get some of the leaders for the last 25 years with no leadership. But I do think it's somewhat of a metaphor for what might happen to NVIDIA. And also, NVIDIA is a premium price product. it's about 10 bucks a month. Their data engagement versus about half the price for AWS training or Google TPA. So I think this is a bit of a layout because these two companies are too profitable to maintain, not attract huge sharks. There's so much blood in the water here. So it's just logical they share will come down. So that's not that bold a prediction. I guess the question is how much the share will come down.
Who will come for them? Who are going to be the main attackers?
Like Gary Oldman said in the movie, was it The Assassin with Natalie Portman's first movie, he says, bring everyone. So what do you mean? So everyone. Amazon, every big tech player, in Meta, everyone relationships and again, for the previous prediction, China's just going to start with I don't think they have the idea of chip. But this Jeff Bezos looks at all these rockets going into space and value SpaceX and starts saying I would bet that they're thinking a lot about this chip.
Run back home, right? Enjoy the show. Send it to a
Bye.
friend.
Anyway,
The tech stock pick is Amazon. Why is that? So some of them obviously their earnings growth, strategic positioning, and also how this relative to their current valuation. Amazon. So our big tech stock pick last year was Alphabet, up 68%.
yeah, that's the first time.
Year to date, Amazon is up 7%. And if you look at their revenue per employee, it's actually down 28% in the last 10 years versus up 49, 56, and 62 at 5% respectively. And I think a lot of that is because of huge investments in more people to staff their factories and also huge investments in robotics and AI. And I think that where AI becomes a competitor in the market cap increases is I think it will lose market cap across the infrastructure and all of them there. But I think it's going to increase market cap of the application layer, specifically of electronics and robotics. And I think Amazon's acquisition of Keyboard is genius. And the fact that Amazon has a million robots or million operational industrial robots versus the next division that has
Yeah, that one's, he will. He will. I'm sure. For sure.
Just has been one of the biggest businesses in the retail business is going to register with margin expansion. Typically what's happened in the last 10 years is all the margin expansion has come from Amazon Media Group or AWS. But if you're able to expand large and substantial across its largest revenue streams, like Amazon's retail, that's going to be dramatic. Amazon is the Ford of the 21st century. Ford, about 10 or 15 years, took the production time of the car down 9% in the last decade. Amazon did the same thing with the order. It's nearly down 9%. Huge Amazon warehouses and delivery, basically almost the entire supply chain operated by these industrial robots. And that obviously has societal implications, but it's going to be great for Amazon shareholders. And then you layer in Kuiper, which is its Bezos' attempt to develop launch capability. I think that'll become, it's kind of been a pimple on the elephant to SpaceX. I think that's going to become not a big competitor, but a player, if you will. And I just don't see AWS is kind of hammered as being seen as the least AI compatible, or at least AI cloud. And it's also trading at what are typically historically low multiples for Amazon. It typically trades at 58, at 58, which is rich. It's now trading at 33. Its enterprise value over the last 5 years is averaged 23. It's not 17. And just as Alphabet looked cheap to me last year, well, I should say not cheap. Amazon doesn't cheap and it looks reasonable. And I think people are realizing that AI that interfaced with eyes and this vertical box and it's
This is a comment. Kind of surprised the pitch is an alphabet of J, given how you praised Google's progress in AI. Google again.
Again, I think the place that AI starts to register stable differentials is I like it. It's 69% this year, so it's had 68%. So it's had a pretty big.
The vision space becomes the next thing.
Well, tech of the year, so AI, voice, AI, GLP-1, and last year I predicted nuclear. This year I'm predicting space, and that is what technology or platform or sector attracts the most cheap capital and sees the greatest increase in